Hey everyone, welcome back to my toolbox tour. If you're just watching this video, this is the one in, I think this is number 7, I believe, in the series. I did a brief overall view of everything in the box, and then I did socket drawer, wrench drawer, screwdriver drawer, etc., etc. So I'm kind of going through it a bit at a time, so you don't have to watch a big, long, monotonous video. So I'm down to this drawer, and this is kind of a miscellaneous catch-all drawer. I've got a drill bit set with different types of steel drill bits, wood drill bits, concrete bits, spade bits, some long bits back here, collars, hole saws, and screwdriver bits. I swear I've got enough screwdriver bits throughout this toolbox to, I don't know, outfit an entire army. Over here I've got Allen keys. These ones are SAE, the red ones. The blue ones are metric, and these are Torx Bits. And these are certified brand. I don't know, I bought them at Canadian Tire. They're alright. And it also has these smaller sets, metric and SAE of course. And it came with these larger ones, metric and SAE. And these are good. They're the regular hex on one end with the ball end on the other. The ball ends are good on the larger ones, but on the smaller ones they tend to snap on any ball ends I've tried. But they're handy, they do what they do. A little stainless steel pry bar. Comes in handy. I've used it on interior trim. I don't really need any more. I have a bunch of interior trim tools that I did in the last video, but it's still handy for certain things. This is good as a scraper. I've got a beam style torque wrench. I've had this for about 30 years. I don't even know what brand it is, but it's really old, and these things never really lose their calibration. Also in the back here I've got a set of pry bars. This style there, I don't know which brand they are, because again, these are something else I've had so long that I don't remember. So I've got, yeah, the long one, medium one. They're a 4-piece set anyway. Don't need to take them all out to show you. You guys know what pry bars look like, right? Smallest one is like screwdriver size. Then I've got a turkey baster with has a screw on. It's for like injecting when you're cooking, this little needle, but it's handy for all sorts of stuff. I don't remember what I last used it for. It was something. It's got stuff stuck to it. You got to be careful when you do use these for things to take the ball out and rinse it out with whatever you're using it with, because they tend to get eaten. Gone through a couple of them. The last one I used the wife's turkey baster and had to buy her a new one. Come on, get on there. Oh, you stupid. Well, I'll put that back on later. You guys don't want to see that. A set of ladies' foot pry bars. These are very handy for things, you know, you use them in a rocking motion. And I've got a set of 4 of those. Those are Tecton. Just a hose clamp hose clamp pick. This one's Power Fist from Princess Auto. I use it all the time on radiator hoses. Pickle fork, small pickle fork. Great for doing front end work, all sorts of stuff. Beat on that end. I was going to get a set of ones that fit on the air hammer, but a few people have told me they have them and don't use them. They don't work very well unless you have like a snap-on air hammer or an air hammer that's really powerful, which I don't have. A set of mini bolt cutters. And these are chromoly head. It's great for cutting little bolts, all sorts of things. Mastercraft rivet gun. These are just some drill bits, tiny drill bits that you like. That's 3/32. I believe these are quarter. That's 1/16 drill bits. This is a 1/16 or 1.6 millimeter. They snap all the time, so I just buy them by the bunches. I'll go around that side. Not leaning over in front of the drawer. Obviously, you guys have seen by now the Torx sticks. These go from 75 foot-pounds all the way up to 110 foot-pounds. I use the 75 foot ones all the time. Most of the vehicles I deal with are 80 foot-pound torque. So you run it down with 75 foot-pound and then check it with your torque wrench. So these just stop you from over tightening it with the impact gun. Set of extractors. These are the kind you drill and then use them. Large size. Again, I don't know what brand these are because I've had them for so long. And I don't use them very often, but extractors are something you're always glad to have when you need them. Set of chisels, wood chisels. And this is a smaller set of extractors like these. Again, this one you can see is broke the tip off. You never want to break the tip off in these because they're harder than hell, and you got to drill them out. It isn't fun. Back here, just got some chisels, punches, and little alignment bars, a chisel holder. Underneath it all is a tap and die set. A couple of dies back here. This is just a little digital scale. You know, those of you that smoke pot or drugs, have a drug dealer, you know what they are. They're useful for all sorts of things. This is just a digital caliper. And this is a lockpick set. It's not a very expensive one. I have an expensive one that I keep in the car. It's a cheap one. You can make your own out of saw blades, actually work. And I can pick all sorts of locks with this. It's very easy. This set I bought came with a transparent plastic lock, so you can see the pins and tumbler in there. It's a good way to learn how to pick locks. That's it for that drawer. Let's go for one more. This one is another miscellaneous drawer. 1/2-inch drive torque wrench, 3/8 drive, and 1/4-inch torque wrench. Up here is just some wiring stuff, battery stuff. One of those little brake cubes. Little replacement I made for the brake cube. This is just a grinder wrench that I cut off and welded to a socket to use in place of that brake cube. It worked better than the cube. And just some batteries of different types in here too. Back here, some long UV resistant zip ties. And this is for cleaning off around your lug nuts. Just goes over top of the lug nut and chuck it into a drill. And this is actually for cleaning the lug studs themselves that have different sized ends. This has different sized ends too. Very handy if you do a lot of brakes and tire work. Every time I take a tire off, I clean the studs and the rotor hat or whatever, the hub surface. More zip ties, different steel brushes, battery post cleaner, that type. This little battery gauge. It's a brake fluid, digital brake fluid tester. Measures the moisture. Battery wrench. Different markers. This is just a set of shallow sockets that work with the serpentine belt tool I have. And also down there is a breaker bar. It's a 36-inch, I believe, magnetic pickup tool, and some long socket adapters that I use. Mostly use these on transmission stuff to get the bolts around the bell housing. Handy for that. I'll come around the other side to finish. Okay, and then over here we've got files, different files, racks, file index for cleaning files, little needle files, another thing of needle files, some liquid tape, Teflon tape, some metal number stamp set. This is a spark plug gapper tool, Champion, I believe. Can't even read it anywhere. Little tubing cutter, ignition tester, test if you have spark, a little set of disconnect tools. I just keep them on this little ring to keep them all together. Just a cheap set, but they work. Electric glue gun, digital temperature gauge. What's temperature in here? Let's see, let's nail it at the compressor. 22 degrees Celsius in here right now. It's just a little pen type analog temperature gauge, good for checking air conditioners for the temperature, and this agrees with that one. It's about 20 degrees Celsius in here, which is what, 156 Fahrenheit. And then I've got a little antifreeze tester. That's about it for that drawer. Let's see how much time have we got left. What have we done? 9 minutes. We'll have better end this here. I'll do the last drawer in another video. So yeah, so that's it in this drawer. These little compartments I got at office supply places. This one was actually a dollar store purchase. And this one was like Bed Bath & Beyond, and that one was a dollar store, IKEA, anywhere you can find them. All sorts of good place for toolbox organization ideas. And I got a bunch of these matching black and gray ones. I've got some extras that I haven't used yet, but I'm sure I will. So yeah, just helps keep everything nice and organized. So that's it for this part, and I'll see you on the next one.